Hello, everyone. I just thought I would go live. It's a couple of minutes early or a minute early or whatever, but I'm just sitting here and I'm like bored. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Terralyn. Hello, Angie. G'day. Just wait for people to come on in, if they do or if they don't. And then we'll think about me doing something with this image for today. I've got to get myself organised because I'm sitting outside today so that Angie can try and work out all the birds that are in my area. So you'll hear the birds. Hopefully it's not too glary. Awesome. Thanks, Angie. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. Just don't know what to do with myself. Yeah, hold on, I'm just nothing like bird song and colouring, that's it. Lots of bird song. I am just checking that everything looks all right on the screen today. Okay, doesn't look too bad. Awesome. I'm just checking because it's all thing. Hey, Canny and Hotman. Yeah, we're about to open up. Everyone, don't be disappointed. It's coming. Whoa. Anyway, helping Joe in the garage. Yeah, no worries, Kenny. You have fun, darling. All right. So let's have a look. That's a hot man. Hot man. Okay. Here we go. I've got to figure out what I'm doing with my camera so that I can actually colour. Because I'm sitting at my outdoor table and it's higher up than my desk, so it feels a little bit awkward. Hey, Terralyn. Hey, Mary. Oh, and now I've got, if water drops on the middle of on the middle of my image, don't freak out. But it's morning here and it's coming into winter, so I've got dewdrops dropping everywhere. Hopefully it won't land smack bang in the middle of Cassian's face. But that's okay. He probably needs a bath, having a look at him. He's probably a bit stinky. But it's landing on my computer. That's the problem. Hold on. I'm thinking about what to do with myself. I have all of these smart ideas and then think, oh, gosh, I just don't want water dripping all over my computer. I don't know what to do. All right. Hey, Shannon. Hey. All right. Okay. So let's kind of explain where we're up to with this one. As you can see, I've done a little bit of him since I spent some time alone with him since last week, and I put in a marker background, just a quick light yellow, just with alcohol marker. Just so I had a base down for going in and doing some of the background. I've started on the background here, and I've also done a little bit of the bone and a part of his cape. So is Buffy working? Oh, no. How's everyone else? I'm just trying to see what's happening here. So he's got man mask. I'm just seeing that everything's okay. It looks like it's okay on my end. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Because I'm sitting outside, so I'm actually closer to my router, so it should be okay by all things in the world of this thing of the man. You don't have Buffy? Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to get in and. I've decided, however, I don't like the Polychromos in the Colouring Heaven magazine. I don't like it on the paper. It just doesn't want to think. Caspar, if you bark, I'm locking you inside. Come here. This is the joys of being outside, is Caspar's out here and he's like, oh, I have to protect Mum. So he's going to bark at every butterfly that goes past. Although he spent the night outside last night because, hey, Tanya, because I'm very cranky with him because, and he knows it. He's like, oh, wait up, Mum's talking about me. Em had a sandwich on her bed yesterday and got up to go get a drink, and someone went in and ate the sandwich. So he didn't get any dinner last night and he spent it outside. You're a very naughty puppy. I know, but he's got a loud bullhead bark, and because we're right outside now, it'll be like super loud. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if he behaves. It's kind of like, I don't know what to do. All right, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to get started on his, we'll call it a kilt. I don't know what to call a man's skirt other than a kilt, but let's get started on this. And as you can tell, I've gone red. So I'm going to go in first, ironically, with indigo. So I'm going in with dark indigo, and I'm going to go into where the folds of his manly skirt would be. All the shadowing. All right. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? How you doing? Now, I just got to hope that the paper doesn't get too damp being outside as the sun comes up. That's my biggest concern. It doesn't start lifting and tearing. All smart ideas coming sitting outside and, being one with nature and all of that, supposedly good for your mental health stuff, but nature can be annoying. Evelyn, what's going on? You are totally distracted by this dude. Oh, you're so funny. You honestly, you bring so much joy to my life, Evelyn. You are exceptional. All right, still going in with this indigo. I'm just outlining where the grayscale shadows are for now. Old woman brain fart. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Do you know how nice it is, but that tomorrow I know I don't have to get up and go to work? It's such a nice feeling. I think I'm going to enjoy this time off just for a little while. I was working it out because I've been talking to people, obviously, about me having a break from work. And apart from the few months that I had off after Georgia was born, I have not ever not worked my entire life. And I'm like, so I'm trying to, bring myself to accept that it's okay for me to take some time off, if that makes sense. And I'm like, because even as a single parent, and I went back to work after Georgia was born. She was 5 months old when I went back to work. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm just telling myself it's okay. All right. So I've got deep indigo down there. It's only 13 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's only about that outside now, Evelyn. Hold on. I'll have a look at the weather. I am in boots and a poncho. And it's 14 degrees Celsius outside at the moment. So it's a bit cool. Not too bad. So I'm like, yeah. All right, so I'm going in with magenta, and I'm just going to go over that indigo just to put a bit of a red cast to the shadowing. But yeah, I really don't like the polys on this paper. I have decided. Polys and Colouring Heaven magazines are not for me. Or it could be like just with the grayscale. I'm not sure. I don't know. Oh, cool block. No. It's lovely outside weather today for me here. It's cool, but it's perfect. All right. So a little bit of magenta over there. Now I'm going to go in with dark red. Might come down a little bit, actually. There you go. You can have a good close look at him. It's Sunday morning. I'm not freezing them off. I wouldn't have come out here, but I come out this morning to see how cold it was, and I was like, yeah, it's bearable. It's not that bad. It's actually really nice because the sun's coming up. It's really, really quite lovely. So I'm just going to go outside that shadowing with the dark red as well. I thought you'd like it, Evelyn. I did. I've got my computer on the different side of the table, so I've got to remember. Yeah, perfect. Queensland weather. Yeah. I've got to remember to look to the left instead of the right today for chat. I'm like, wait up, what's going on? So at the moment, I'm just getting the first layers down, so I'm not being too perfect with anything I'm doing. But then I'm not perfect with anything I colour anyway. I'm just like, yeah, let's just slap it down and hope it works. So it's Sunday here in Australia already. So happy Mother's Day to the Australians in here. If you're a mum and aunt, mother of a fur baby, they all count. Daughter, all of those kinds of things. Happy Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of those mummies overseas for tomorrow. Hey Mona, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm a bit of a sad mummy this morning because I think one of my fur babies is not long, does not have much longer here. I think my little Hermione is reaching that stage of her life cycle, which is a little bit hard actually, because I love Hermione. So by the way, we're talking about one of my rats here, if you weren't aware. So she's nearly 2.5, deep red. So I'm going in with deep red now. So this is the main colour, deep red. But I noticed last night she's not herself. She's got some signs that she might have had a small stroke or some respiratory problems. And so I've got to, yeah. So I've got to think about what I'm going to do there. So I'll keep an eye on her. I might have to, if she looks too uncomfortable, I may have to make the choice to put her out of her misery. But it's a bit of a thing. Yeah, I know, Angie. It's a little bit sad. Hey, Robin, how's it going? But, you know, that is part of it. Rats they only live 2-3 years, so it is. But Minnie she's just one of those special ones. She's just got that, like, you know, it's really stupid, but she's just got an awesome character. She's our cuddly rat. She's our, if you're upset, you go get Minnie, because she's always one for kisses and cuddles, and yeah, so she's going to be missed, I think. Is it a peewee lark? Is it? I can't know. I don't know. Where's a peewee? I can't see it. It might come up and even say hello. Every now and again, if I'm out here, the peewees come up onto the deck and say hello, looking for me to feed them. He's probably cranky because I'm out here talking and disturbing him. My dad's got a peewee that spends all his time at dad's, gets fed and stuff. And he'll come and tell dad if he's not happy. Hey, Fusel. How's it going? And, yeah, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of days with my little mini girl. It's always hard when you lose one of your fur babies. And then I'm got it in my head that I want another cat too. I want a boy cat. Because everyone's boy cats seem really cuddly. And I've never had a cuddly cat. And I'm I want a cuddly cat. I want a cat that comes and snuggles into me and gives purrs and all of that stuff. And then girl cats just don't like me. So I'm kind of if I get a boy cat, I wonder if he'll like me. I don't know. So I was looking on the refuge, the animal rescue centres last night to see what's available. Because I do love it here in Queensland. You aren't allowed to sell pets, cats, kittens and stuff like that unless you are a refuge centre now. So pet shops aren't allowed to sell kittens. All of those. You must be a rescue centre. And they must be desexed and stuff, unless it's a proper breed or however the rules work. So you have to get them from a rescue centre. Oh, your boys are so cuddly. And they're yeah, that's what I hear. I hear that the boys are just cuddlier. All right, so I'm going to go in with Scarlet Red. However, I'm going to sharpen it. Oh, nice. That's awesome. I don't know if I have to ask Shannon about whether we can share what image we're doing for Mariola. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know. But I have decided on my image for Mariola. So if I didn't tell you, this is Scarlet Red, by the way, for what I'm going to do for Mariola May. And so much happier now that I know that I won't be away having to do it on stream. I'll actually be home because I completely stuffed up the dates that I had in my head of what they were. So that is good. So I don't have to worry about taking 5 million things along. Hey, Shannon. So I was just talking about you. Did you hear me talking about you? Did you hear me say your name? I say your name, say your name. I was just wondering, do we share the Mariola images or do we leave them until Mariola weekend? I don't know what the rules are. And I know you say there's no rules, but there is. There's etiquette. Might not be rules, but there's etiquette that, we follow. You prefer male cats over females? Yeah, well, that's what everyone keeps saying. And because I've never wanted a male cat because they're smelly. But if they're desexed, then they're not smelly, so it doesn't matter. It's only the non-desexed ones. So I'm and I wouldn't get a cat unless it was desexed anyway. So I'm So I'm I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. And, yeah, so we'll have a look around. We might go out to the refuge. I might go out and have a look what's there tomorrow, see if any take my eye. I don't know. The last thing I really need is another animal in this house, but the animals way outnumber the humans. Hello, Ashley. Hello. Yeah, They way outnumber the humans in this house. And I went out with my best friend yesterday, and she's like, I've just got to pull into the pet store because she ended up with one of my girl's babies. Because when I got my first rat, she come home and unbeknownst to us, she was pregnant. And a couple of weeks later, I had 7 baby rats, and my friend took one, and it's become the love of her life as well. Not the love of her husband's, but the love of hers. And she was like, I've just got to go to the pet store to get something. I'm like, yeah, right. So I was in the pet store and I'm walking out, $50 later with little treats for the rats and spoiling the things. And I'm like, I need to be one of my animals. A desexed male cat was still spray, and that's what I was concerned about. I was like, I don't want spray. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. You had a female cat that sprayed. Wow. Yeah, so I don't know. And then I said, the girls are all excited, and I'm like, don't take advantage of my, weakened mental state. And they're like, oh, we're going to. Oh, well, they're desexed as kittens here, Evelyn. If they're in the refuge, they're desexed as soon as they're able to be desexed. So, and that's what I thought. I figured if it was young, they wouldn't ever learn how to spray as such. And, all right. Okay. Going to go in with a little bit of dark cadmium orange now. Oh, oh my God, $7,000. Oh yeah, I know, isn't it crazy? Oh yeah, Shannon, I was asking what the etiquette is with Mariola May. Do we share what images we've chosen, or do we keep that until the weekend? I don't actually know what the etiquette is. I'm like, I've shared the Google Docs because I figured that one was okay of the schedule, but yeah, I wasn't too sure. I know you don't have rules, but there's etiquette. Like, as in, I don't want to show what image I've chosen if no one else is. It's just, the things that you do. Or if it's like Tonya hasn't even chosen. Oh, hopefully. I'm nervous. I am a little nervous about it. But then I remember I'm being followed by Brian, so I'm okay. If I stuff up Brian, I'll fix it all for me. Well, you would show yours if you had chosen. And I wasn't sure if you had either, because Tonya was saying she hadn't quite figured it out. Yeah. Oh, you did show Brian's? I didn't. I must have missed that part. Mind you, let's get real. It was some ridiculous time in the morning for me, so I don't remember. All right. Well, I will show it after I finish playing with this man skirt. And Tonya, I'm nearly finished Merlin. I'm up to season 5 of the Merlin. I'm like, serious, but how many times can Morgana nearly die? Or think she's dead and she's not? Oh my gosh. He is looking mighty fine there. I know, look at this. Ah. All right. And then I've got light flesh. And I'm just going to come in at the tops of the folds. No, Evelyn, I'll leave that for Ashley and the books she has, because I noticed there was a lot of large lumps in the books that she got sent the other day. This one leaves a lot more to the imagination. However, I wonder if he's a true warrior or whatever, and is hanging free. All right. Now, because I don't like the polys on this, I found the only way to get a nice thing. You're colouring a naked butt. Woohoo! Naked butt is to use some solvent. So I'm just going to come in and run some solvent over this, and then I'll come and do another layer over it. Once it's dry. Sorry, I'm paying attention to the solvent using now. Okay, no worries, Mary. You lurk away, darling. Oh, Tonya, for dinner last night, I thought of you. I had burrito mince sausage rolls. So basically, burrito mince, cheese, so chili bowl mince, whatever, taco mince, cheese, inside puff pastry. That's what we had for dinner last night. I was like, yeah. It was good. Are you going to blow on it to get a maybe. You don't know how hot my breath already is. You can't see that part of me, Evelyn. So, okay. So we've got a little bit of smoothing out done by the solvent. Okay. Yeah, it was the other day. I was like, nah, nothing was working, so I had to go to the solvent. All right, so we'll hey Renee. Yeah, looking good down under there. I know. Thanks, Renee. Thank you. All right, what am I doing? All right, let's do some show and tell. Okay, I did this image. If you haven't seen it on Instagram. Oh, look, you can tell the damp is out here. I did this image by Fabrica Fantasy. Finished that yesterday, and it is all done with the Derwent drawing pencils, so the 24 set. I actually, because usually when you do a picture at the end of it, you're like, I could have done this better, whatever. I actually truly love this page. And it is... I love the vintage feel of it. It worked out how I wanted it in my head, that it looks like an old pantry. Yeah, I know. But you know what, I was talking to Angie about it, okay? So you look at the size of the apples and the cherries and all of this and the cheese compared to the fairies, and they've got their little flagons here and all of that. And then you look at the size of this keg and the size of this tap compared to this apple. It'd be this big. Now what? It doesn't, the scale is disproportionate and I can't cope, but I did that one. And, oh, hey, Sarah, how's it going? And then, I don't know, like I said, I don't know whether you saw it on Instagram, but Ashley's hashtag is altered image May. And this is what I did for Ashley's hashtag. It's for the fairies. They made it. Then it's a huge keg for them. Okay, so I did this for Ashley's. Oh, I've lost a flower. I lost a butterfly. There was a butterfly hanging there. I'll have to put it back. But anyway, because this was one of the images I'd picked, and I was like, you know, he was an ogre, whatever, and I was like, yeah, we'll just do that. And then when Ashley put up her hashtag, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm like, you're just misunderstood. You're actually friendly, gentle, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So then I had it in my head, and I'm like, how can I cover up all of his like hooks and chains and make all of that work? And then I'm going to turn him into a florist. So he's now my florist. And that's just all he uses to cut his flowers. And this is all of his bunch of flowers, and he's got daisy chains holding up all of his things. And yeah. And then I did it nice and bright using the neon prismas that we never ever get to use, and glitter gel pens and stuff. So he's bright and happy. And then, the whole purpose of it was to show you, after all of that, I didn't bring out the Mariola image. I'll show you my testy run of the Mariola. So this is my test run of what I'm doing with Mariola. So I'm going to do some iridescent kind of pastel hair. So there you go, quick flick. Taking it away now. Okay, all right. Hopefully he's all dry down there. It's all nice and clean. Okay. Going to come back in with deep red. I'm actually going to sharpen it a little bit. Yeah, blow, baby, blow. I asked the girls, so it was all up to Emily and Georgia, because it was so hard to pick, and so then we finally picked an image, and then I'm like, what should I do with it? And my daughter's all into that kind of like pastel colored things, and she's like, I want this. I'm like, okay. So hence that's what we're getting. Oh, that would probably be it, Renee. Yes, you are. You've got your I never even noticed, but yes, you are on the wrong account. That's probably it. Okay, so I'm going back in. It should seem. Why didn't you tell me that I wasn't close enough in on him? Yeah. So that's my plans. And it was all done with pan pastels. So you do see more of him the other way. Oh, I honestly, I would smooch Riggs so much. I'd be like, because he's not as furry as my dog. I smooch Casper and then I walk away coughing and have a fur ball. I was sweeping up the fur yesterday because you got to sweep every day with the amount of fur he has, and I was collecting it, and I'm like, I wonder if I should just start collecting this and sending it off to someone for their sending it off to Joanna for her to spin it. Hey, Casper's here saying hello. Are you saying hello? Hey, are you saying hello? Hey. Hey. He heard smooches, and he's come over and he's like, "Are you talking about giving smooches?" He's like, "Okay, I'll come over. I'll take smooches, Mum. Anytime." Okay. Oh, it's crazy. Now, I've just been patting him, so fur's going to be everywhere. And because he's getting his winter coat too. It's like, yay, double coat time. Love it. Oh, yes, Casper. Hey, you know we're talking about you. Yeah, I know. I've heard about that. To take the nest. The birds here their nests would be too soft because that's all they'd have is fur. I think I could have enough fur for the entire world. Feels like it. I sometimes sit there and wonder how he's still got fur on his body. All right, back in with Scarlet Red. Oh, cat hair, yeah. I saw that. I need to know what this Furminator is. I'm like, oh my gosh, I saw the amount of it and I'm like, I need to know what this stuff is. But I'm lucky because I know that I've got furry animals. I've got wooden floors and plastic kind of chairs with cushions and stuff. Things that don't get too much fur in them, except for my blankets on my bed, but obviously wash them. But furniture-wise, most of my stuff is easy fur removal. All right, going back in with that dark cadmium orange just for the edging. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was like, I don't know. The bane of, and then I'm like, do I really want another furry thing in my house? All right, then back in with light flesh. Oh, okay. Power up. Yeah, it probably would. The static and stuff would pick it up. I have lots of rubber gloves, and not for any weird reason. One, I'm a science teacher, and two, I do paint pouring. So you definitely need rubber gloves when you pour paint. That's a good idea. All right. So now what I'm going to do is sharpen this pencil. Terminator is a brush. Yeah, I thought it might have been something like a lint roller or something. Okay, cool. Because I've got a hairbrush, but yeah, it looks cool. All right. Oh, geez, pencil. Okay, dark cadmium yellow, and I'm going to go in, and because it's kind of sunsetty yellow things, I'm just going to put a little bit of a yellow cast onto the things that we'd be getting. Or picking up. Well, thanks, Casper. Hello. All right. Hey, Marilyn. How's it going? I love furry things. I've got 4 Ripley to return and Patrick. Yeah. See, I have girls. We're not that, apparently we don't do hairy. All right. Okay. Am I going? So I do the cape in the same style. So if we don't get to the cape, it's going to be exactly the same colors. Okay. So that is kind of the red going on. Now we're going to get to the bone. Are you still determined to do a flip through? Awesome. I can't wait. All right, so we're going to get to the bones. Okay. Am I prepared? Am I mentally prepared for this? I don't know. Okay. Flash some abs. Yeah, I was waiting, Evelyn. Hold on. I just got a text from my mum because I sent her a happy Mother's Day text because I knew I couldn't ring it. This one, Casper. Thanks, Ashley. Got your message. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know you can't go. I know. Oh, it's okay. They're just going for a run. It's okay. Sorry, I've got to console my puppy so he doesn't deafen you. It's a bit like shadows and round. Come on. We look good now? Okay. Nice, Ashley. All right. Okay, so let's go in with these bones. So the first one I got to try and think what I did. Now, all right, dark sepia. So dark sepia is going to be, I'm going to sharpen this again. We don't have UPS, and no, we certainly don't get deliveries on Saturday and Sunday. We have our workforce here, still in the whole thing of things don't need to happen on a weekend. It can wait till Monday if it's not essential. So, yeah, we don't. All right, so we've got dark sepia. So male isn't considered, the courier mails and stuff like that aren't considered essential. So they don't happen on weekends. So I'm just going to outline, I guess, the shadows of his bones. So kind of wherever Sarah's put in some of the deep grayscale, just going over that with the dark sepia. Overhead tripod. I hope so, Evelyn. I am so glad because honestly, you are incredible, and it would be phenomenal to see your work. You are an exceptional colorist. And then I may sit there and go, oh my gosh, I can't film anymore. Evelyn's way too good. I can't wait. So just putting in all of the null marks. So you think, yeah, I know, we all do that. Everyone, like, I don't think I'm any good. I just like to do it. That's what we all think. We're so self-critical of ourselves, whereas people like me, I look at your work and I just think, oh my gosh, you are phenomenal. And you support so many people in this community. The amount of love and support you would get is just, oh, I can't wait. So I'm excited. I saw that you were doing it, Renee. I will be watching that back later. I can't wait to see what you did because I saw your review of them. You got a lot. You got so many. Go crazy, girl. Oh, my Kirby dragon. That was a good one. I liked that one. But that's it. I think we're all for Evelyn. Evelyn, you can do it. Evelyn. All right. Going in with Nougat. I'm just going to bring out from where I put the sepia. Because I don't think he would have bleached these bones. I think they're not going to be clean bones. That has heard your voice. We want dirty bones, yeah. I don't think it matters. God, you guys listen to me, and I have the most bogan voice ever. So if you can put up with my voice, I don't think it matters. All right, burnt ochre. All right. And then you get the impression. No, see, we're lucky in the fact that we've got Belinda and Heather and all other people that are Australian, that you get the impression, you hear that this Australian accent is not necessarily how most Aussies speak. I just happen to be very thick with my accent. All right. Okay, then in with some ivory. And if you can't tell, my ivory was the one pencil that come broken. Like it's shattered all the way through. You sound more British than Australian. There you go. I'll put on a British accent. Went into the pub the other day. Had a pint of beer. Luckily, Shell's not watching. She would just be like moaning at how bad that was. Oh, funny. Yeah, I'm with you, Evelyn. I feel the same way. I got a fair one. That's enough. All right, going to come in with a little bit of Vista. So I don't think I was meant to use that brown ochre. I couldn't remember the other day, and I'm like, oh, it seems a bit red. So I need to tone down some of this redness. It's all right. It's just because it's getting the sun. That's the excuse I'm going to use. Now, where's my white? Oh, no. Oh, no. Where's my white Prismacolor? Hold on, guys. There's a tragedy occurring. Oh, cannot find. Oh, all right. I have to go. I will be back. Enjoy looking at man. Enjoy looking at Manly Man. I can't find my white Prisma, so I need to go find it. All right, I don't know how it's going to go, but I have legit lost my white Prisma, and my spare Prismas are downstairs, and I don't have time to go down to them. Oh, no. Oh, what did I do with it? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to, use the poly white, and it sucks. Maybe I could go get my Chinese white. Yeah, where did my white Prisma go? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's like the smallest pencil ever. But, alright. Yeah, probably Casper did eat the white Prisma. Are you off, Mary? Sorry if I missed you. Exam is as Aussie as they come. Yeah, I am. Thanks, Renee. All right. Okay. Whew. So we're just going to deal with white poly. Don't forget, I have white Prismas. They're just downstairs in the spare pencil drawer. I think I'm going to have to go find where I got all my spare Prismas. I thought I had them under the bed, but I just looked and they're not there. So I don't know. I don't know where I've put them. I will find them. They will be somewhere. But we all know that the white poly sucks. I think I'm going to have to just accept it and go get the Derwent Chinese white in a sec. All right. Okay. That would be awesome, Ashley, because I'm now home for the next 10 weeks or whatever. You just ordered Chinese white? Nice. I might have to just suck it up and go get something better than the poly white anyway. Anything would be better than the poly white. Let's get real. Okay, let's get down to the area that needs some love. Couldn't resist. Oh, where's my dark sepia? Honestly, what is happening with my life? Oh, I remember where I put my white. I am so... Okay, I just remembered because I was smart last night. I put my white Prisma in with the sharpener because I can't sharpen it in my electric sharpener because it's so small. I put the white Prisma in here so that I wouldn't lose it. Anyway, see, I don't lose things. I just put them somewhere and forget where I put them. Okay. Woohoo, white Prisma. I feel so much better now. Oh, so much better. Okay. You do that job. That's it. You smush it down. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in with dark sepia and just go back around the bone. Just so we've got that contrast there. That's better. Okay. Hey, Renee, have you? Because I know you're like the huge pencil addict here. Have you ordered those pastel low things that everyone's been getting from Poland? Those the 50 pastel Holbein looking things. See, I don't have the Holbein white. I've got a feeling with just how heavy-handed I am, if I got the Holbein white, the soft white, I think it would literally just smush beneath me. Okay, let's go around with dark sepia down here. Oh, I just noticed. He's got a jewel in his bone. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I hadn't looked that closely at it before. Ew. Evelyn's sitting there cracking herself up right now, I'm sure of it, and holding herself back. So every time I say something, I'm like, oh my God. And 3D. Oh, I can't wait to see that. You do? Oh, the regular whites. Okay, yeah, because I'm just like because I probably something like Shannon's and Emily's hardest pressure. So I'm like, don't worry about it. So I'm just putting in like the ridges to the bone. Can you even see? I wonder if I can get in, if it gets too blurry, if I get how close I get. Let me know if it gets too blurry. I think I forgot to zoom back in anyway when I come back. Right. Let's go in with the nougat. Yeah. She does. She has me thinking about everything I'm saying. Like I'm like everything now. I'm like, there's a double entendre to everything I'm saying. Like if I sit there and say I like the nougat on the bone, on his bones, I know the double entendre of that, and I'm like, so I can only imagine Evelyn. All right, let's go in with Vista. So I'm using the Vista to create the dirty texture. Yeah. Oh, I can imagine, Evelyn. You bring out the best and the worst in me. Oh. I'm like, you know, hold on. All right. So there we go. So now let's come in with some ivory. Dirty with a bit of nougat. I love nougat. Just getting off topic. I actually had some nougat the other night. Love it. I should make some. I'm thinking I've got all this time on my hand. I might actually bake again. I've been so bad. My headspace has been so bad that I haven't even baked for ages. And I'm like, I need to do that. All right, Prisma White. I feel like I'm holding, if you saw my tiny pencil video, I feel like I'm holding my tiny pencils again. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's pointing there, all right. All right, let's come in and jewel him up. All right, let's come in with Scarlet Red. And then a little bit of deep red. Mum's texting me. I'll be like, Mum, I'm on stream. Oh, don't you love my mummy? Look, that's what my mum just sent me because I sent her Happy Mother's Day. Oh. We can get into the arguments, but I have the best mum in the whole world. No, I'm not making a blue bone. No. It's got to match. Like, no. I love my mummy. All right, I'm going to come in with deep indigo. And then a little bit of light flesh. That was me, Ashley. Like legit, the other day, when I was doing something, I didn't have light yellow glaze. I had two. What are they? It was. I've even got it. I now have it as spare. I had 2 light cadmium yellows, and I didn't have the yellow glaze. And I was like, no, I don't have a full set. Oh no. So I had to go get that extra one because, oh my gosh, how could I not have a full set? The absolute tragedy of that. All right, I'm coming back in with dark sepia now. So I understand. I was like, what? How did that happen? But I am definitely going to have to go down and find where I've got my spare pencils. Because I think my white Prisma is nearly done. Oh, really? Polys? That just doesn't sound right, Sarah. I'm like, what? No, I'd be contacting your supplier or even Faber-Castell because no, that just doesn't sound right. Obviously, a big flaw and something went wrong in the manufacturing there. All right. Oh gosh. Oh. Wow. I hope they get back to you because that's just, yeah, no. All right. Let's go over. Casper, come here. Come here. Wait. Come here. Good boy. You don't need to go bark at them. All right. Coming in with dark sepia, and I'm just going to go over these leather straps. Can you even see it? Yeah, the girls are here. They're asleep. But no, they're it's really early here, Evelyn. So it's just that I live near a river, and down at the end of my lane is the dog-free area. Ripley's, that's funny. I live near a dog-free area, so and a lot of people wander down my lane to take their dogs for walks. And because I'm out here, he's like just feels that extra protective. He doesn't need much excuse to bark at the dogs going past. He's like, I want to come and join you. Can I come play too? Right. He's got some leather here too. Imagine tying all this leather up. Now I'm just like double entendre of just what I've said there. And that was just like, I'm like sitting there going, trying to look all manly, trying all these leather straps up. And then my head went somewhere where it shouldn't have. Anyway. All right. Okay, let's go in with a little bit of deep indigo. Yeah. And then a little bit of dark red. I think you mentioned that. It's not hard. Yeah. Little bit of deep red. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do next Sunday because I will be not here next Sunday. I'll be away. I'll try and figure something out. Stream from my phone or something. But I'm not sure what I'm going to end up doing. All right. Good night, Fusel. Have sweet dreams. You do now. You do have. You've got quite a few new books to choose from. You could choose from the safe book because that would be for me too because I like Japanese. But there are 3 other books that you could choose from. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's really strange. See, we don't have Blick here, so I don't know what they're normally like, but I know Faber-Castell's got really good quality control. So. All right. A little bit of white flesh. I'm going to go back in the dark sepia. I will put highlights on with gel pen when we get to that. Okay. I'm lucky. Like most of my open stock stuff I have to order online if I want it, or I have to wait till I go up to my mum's up in to the superstore. But my art store here actually has Poly's open stock. So they're the one thing I can go, if something happens, I can go down to the shop and just get it there and then, which is nice. I'm going to go in with Vista. I'm going to sharpen Vista first. So that's always nice because I sit there and go, oh, I'm getting low on this one. And I'm like, oh, I can just go down and get that from the other store. So that's good. Okay. Going to go in with ivory. Just try and put some highlights on the top of this leather. And then I'm going to come back in with sepia and do some contrast. Or you could talk to a friend of this. Yeah, I could, but I can order things online. There's no problems about that. But it's just the ease. Because I like going down to that. Basically, I just like the excuse to go down to the art store because I walk away with a whole lot more stuff than just, a new pencil. All right. Let's go in and have a look at these feathers. Okay. Let's go with dark sepia again. A little bit of I know, any excuse. That's basically it. Into dark red. Now, behind here is going to be red as well, so I want the feathers to stand out a little bit. So I'm going to think about how I'm going to do that. Probably make them more orange yellow. So they look like phoenix feathers. Oh, yeah, phoenix feathers, that's it. That's exactly it. All right. So let's go into scarlet. I'm going to start flicking. Oh, now my chooks are woken up. You might hear my chooks in a sec. Yeah. Oh, you have got them, Renee. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, that's what I want to know. All of that, Renee. So that's good. Yeah, that's what I'm with you, Evelyn. I just polys are the one thing that just don't that you just like. If it was prismas or whatever, you'd be like, yeah. But polys, no, it just doesn't sound right at all. They don't get back to you, threaten that you'll put it on YouTube. Oh, I want them. You'll have because I went onto the website to try and figure out how to get them, and then I'm like, oh, I don't know, and I was like, no, I don't need them. I need someone to tell me. And Manai's already looked at them, and I'm like, do I need? And I'm like, I don't know. So I basically need to get enabled a little bit more. So that's your job. To enable me. Oh, they're pretty. I like them. Phoenix feathers. Okay. I'm going to go in with ivory. What's the bony part of the feather called? I don't know. Am I supposed to be using like some like fancy name for it? Yeah. So yeah, that's only fair. I enabled you with the oil pastels. So I indigo. Oh gosh, tip. This is why I don't bother trying to put fine tips on things because like, and I wasn't even going in hard then. I was like, deep red. And a little bit of yellow. There we go. Spine. It is a spine. I wasn't too sure. Yeah, I couldn't find them on eBay for me in Australia. That was a problem. Evelyn, in Japan, Harajuku, 5-story daiso. Oh, that is heaven. They've got like a whole floor just dedicated to Japanese stationery. It's called the Rakus. Well, there you go. There you go. Ray has just come in. Hello, Ray. I was just talking about the 5-level daiso on Takashite Street in Harajuku. Heaven! I love that store. Whenever I go with students, I sit there and go, you guys can wander down and look at all the fashion and stuff. I'm going to Daiso. I'll see you in a couple of hours. I meet you back out the front of Daiso at this time, and I just spend hours wandering around Daiso. And I take a separate suitcase just for my Daiso purchases. Okay. Oh, God. Do you want me to do the shaft, or do you want me to do the skull? Which one, shaft or skull? Okay. Shaft or skull? What are you looking at, Casper? He's walking down. Hey, he's walking down. Yeah, I was like, anyway. Okay. Let's work on the shaft, hey, shall we? I can't take myself seriously. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with dark sepia. La 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 la. I'm going to do his. Oh, wait up! I need to zoom in on his shaft. Hold on, I'm just. I can't even. Everything. I'm going to say something, and I'm like, oh, I really just shouldn't say it. And then I'm like, I just should, because I'm actually. You'll have to bear with me because I'm focusing quite closely on the. Oh, on his shaft. Oh, the shipping. Oh my God. So I can imagine we'll make up for no lump on his loincloth. Yes. I can imagine that what the shipping would be like to Australia then. Right, so let's go around this leather again, just so it's there. She's even got leather wrapped around his shaft. This man likes his leather. Ah, cicada. I have not seen cicada. There are lots of ridges on this one. His wood has a lot of that. All right. God, I'm an idiot. I took my swatch book inside. Yeah. But if they're good, they're still way cheaper than the whole bones would be. So, I don't know. But I've got the Marco 24, so I'm kind of like, I don't really need them. I don't need anything in my life. Let's be honest about that. It's just that I want them. All right. Let's go in with some burnt sienna. Because I want his wood to look different from the bone. So I don't want to use the same tones in it. They're called Pastelow. So Pastelowe, and they're a 50 set, and they've used the same colours as the Holbein Pastel 50s. You can see that. But I think they're harder, but I don't know. That's why I want someone to tell me. Yep, we need Tonya here she might be able to pronounce that. Though I don't know if Polish is anywhere near Norwegian, but she'd probably know what all of those inflection thingies are. Because I just want to put Japanese inflection on everything, and I'd get it all wrong. Yeah, no. I reckon if this dude said it, Bart would be like, like, yeah. Thanks, Renee. But it's about whether they ship to Australia. That's a lot of eBay sellers don't ship to Australia. Because, we're down whoop whoop, and it costs a fortune to ship anything to us. It costs a fortune for us to ship anything to people in the other side, anywhere in the world too. All right, let's go in with brown ochre. Don't know what to do. Oh, now I've got this song in my head, and I can't get it out. Miss this part down here. Shaft is looking good. Thank you, Evelyn. Hopefully the shaft is coming together. Coming along nicely. Just got a firm grasp on it. I think he's quite protective of his shaft. Okay. Let's come in with ivory. Just put a light layer of that over, and then I'll go back in. Say a little prayer for you. Thank you. Say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever. Yeah, of course they do. I'm not surprised. Because Australia, we don't exist. Have you not seen the conspiracy theories? It's proof. You can't ship to us. You can ship everywhere else. Not to Australia. Because we're not real. Okay, back in. Actually, I might go in. No, I'm not going to go in. I'm going to go in with warm grey. Warm grey 6. And start putting in, hopefully, some shadows. You have not heard of that, Evelyn? Oh, there is this whole theory this conspiracy theory that we're all paid actors down here, and we don't exist, and it's part of the flat earth, the conspiracy theory. because how could there be a down under if the Earth is flat, you know? Southern Hemisphere, gosh, no. So, yeah, so we're, and I'm like, oh, gosh. You know, the kind of whole Truman theory. But, yeah, apparently Australia doesn't exist. There's that conspiracy. I'm like, geez, they could pay me better. All right. Just going to come along with this warm grey and really get the backside of his shaft. So we can kind of define it. Because we will want it to stand out against his cape. Hey, Tammy, how's it going? I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? It's always weird saying my own name. Do you guys feel that way? Like if you know someone like that's got the same name as you and you've got to say their name and you're just like, I've gotten a bit more used to it because I work with like 2 other Tammys. Hey, Ezra, how's it going? Well, I don't know, Evelyn. That's exactly it. Like, did they literally just sit there and go, we're going to have cool animals and then we're going to have animals that kill them just to mess them up? I don't know. So I'm just like lightening up on my grasp of the light grey, the warm grey, and just kind of glazing over, just to kind of give that 3D impression that there's a roundness to it. Oh my God, I'm listening to myself. I feel like I'm in my classroom, you know, where you're just trying to be, you know what you're saying and you know what the students are thinking. So you're like trying to make it entertaining for them. So continuing to say the words, but knowing that you're also being appropriate. Because I do that all the time. I'm just sitting there going, I'm going to make these, I'm just going to entertain these kids. And nothing I say is inappropriate. However, how they choose to take it is up to them. Yeah, I got the volume. I got the stained glass version of it. Whoa, what? Oh, okay. So basically, pretty much all the southern. Oh, it doesn't go to Japan. There you go. I don't know. Who knows? So this is the dark sepia again. So I'm just re-going over his leather. I'm really appropriate. I'm always appropriate, Evelyn. I have had plenty of practice at being appropriate. However, how you choose to take what I say is up to you. Plenty of practice at that. High school teacher, remember? And I'm also I still remember being a teenager. But I like my job. Well, I used to like my job. Okay, I'm going in with ivory. I need to put a tip on my ivory. We are part of Oceania. We're in the middle of the ocean. My ivory is resisting it. Please don't break. the best I can do. Yeah, actually the biggest part. I know. Surprise, surprise. We're just we're actually not a lot of people. We're a small number of people on a really big island, and no one wants to. We've got a whole lot of land. Beautiful land. Oh, I need to take my cape off, my poncho off. It's getting a bit hot here. Getting a bit hot. Yeah, that is it. See, because I am everything I do, even while I'm on this channel, I still have to remember that I am a teacher. So it is very much me remaining appropriate. And I'm a union representative as well. So everything I do, I have that in the back of my mind. I've just had a lot of practice at making sure that I do. That if my students watch this channel, and they do, that nothing I do is actually, even though I clearly say that it's not for children and it's not for under 18s, there's still that. It might have to do with the Great Emu War. Awesome. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah. I am always appropriate. I'm very well practiced in it. It's just how others choose to take it. Like I said, that's the fun part of it. All right, so I'm going to go back in. I actually enjoy that part of it. I'm going back in with dark sepia, and I'm just going to redefine some of these ridges of the wood. I like that part of it. It's entertaining for me. And that's if you want, like, my Facebook is my personal account. So if you're friends with me on Facebook, that's my personal account. So it's got very high privacy. So I'm a little bit more loose with that. But my Instagram account is open, so it's a lot more appropriate. I go by the CARE principle, the CARE principle, which is cover, ask, retain employment. And always be aware that the things that I put online are available. I know. Don't get me wrong, Tammy. If you're like in my private things that I know are fully private, yeah, there's nothing appropriate about some of the thoughts I have. I just depends, time and a place for it. Which, sadly, a lot of people, especially kids, need to learn that there's a time and a place for things. And some places are not okay. And it's one of those things. They've got to learn that there's just that some things don't need to be said. Or if you're going to say it in a manner that that it's up to the other person how they take it. All right. So his wood is done. I think it looks like a fine piece of wood. I might run along a little bit of the edge of this wood, actually, with this cadmium yellow. So just hold on. I'm just going to run along here because that would be picking up the light. So I'm just going to run along with some of this cadmium yellow and let that pick up some of that. There you go. And then a little bit of the Prisma white right here on the edge. Because I'm imagining the light source coming from here, if you hadn't figured. That's where the direction of my light source is. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Getting my hair snipped. Ooh, nice. It's always a good feeling getting a haircut. I like that, Azra. Yeah. Well, my kids watch it too, Evelyn, but my kids are a lot older. And part of with Georgia, she is, 12, 13. But she also, it's part of her learning to learn what is appropriate and what is not, what is adult conversation and what is not. And I learned that from my parents too, that, we've got adult conversation and we've got kids conversation. And that's a big part of that learning factor. Yeah, and that's the innuendos. But, yeah, I'm never crude. I don't think that's appropriate. And that's what teenagers need to learn, is that they don't need to be crude. I'm just going to run over this leather with the white too, just so that we can pick up some of that. And then I might run a little bit of cadmium over it, cadmium yellow. Whoo! I've just realised my blood pressure, I've got a little bit of the shakes going on. So I'm just going to take a moment. Just do some breaths. Sorry. As we know, my anxiety is not so good, so it sometimes will come in when you least expect it. Just give me a moment. I've been having Coke and things, so I don't think it's my blood sugar. It's more. Yeah, I'm okay. I just being open and transparent. I spend my life like that. But I can feel it, so. And I'm also 43, so sometimes the good old flushes come in. Okay, so let's go up to this metal here. I'm going to go in with some warm grey, 6. Yeah, it's great. I love it. And I've only just started. So it's yay! So I'm going to go in on, I'm going to my doctor on Tuesday. I'm going to get my Implanon reinserted. So hopefully that will help level out some of, because it's no longer working. So hopefully that will help level out some of the hormones too. I've got food here. I've got my little, I've been eating Chicos. Yeah. So I'm going to change over to my cool greys, because we're working with metal now. Right. Oh yeah, after I look after it. I just I don't think you were in my Friday night stream. I've just taken leave from work because my health is more important than my than all of that. So I've just taken some sick leave, mental health leave from work, because my anxiety is not good, and I'm a mental health advocate, so I do what I say. I'm not a believer in do as I say, not as I do kind of thing. I actually like to, if I'm going to recommend stuff, I have to show that as well. And my friend come around here, my best friend come around yesterday, and she's like, she was psyching herself up to tell me that I was doing too much and I needed to take some time and I needed to look after myself. And she goes, and I was talking to my husband about, you know, coming over and having the conversation with you. And he's like, he calls me jazzercise because I wore an 80s costume once, and it was in jazzercise style. So he calls me jazzercise. He's like, jazzercise will have it all worked out by the time you get over there. He goes, she knows, she dishes out the advice, but she also takes it too. And he goes, she'll have it all sorted. And she goes, then I come over and you've got it all sorted. You'd already taken your leave from work. You've gone to the doctors. You're getting all of this organised. And I'm like, yep, that's what I'm all about. Yeah, fair enough. I like the Implanon because it helps keep me balanced a little bit. Yeah. No, it's the joys. The joys of being a woman. So much fun. Prisma White. I'm just going to run some of this cadmium yellow along here too, because the metal would be picking that up. And then back in with, where is, I might go in black actually. Happy Mother's Day. Yes, thank you. It is Mother's Day for me. Except for the girls are still asleep, so but it was really sweet. They rung me on they were downtown the other day, and they ring me and they're like, we've got your card, and I'm like, yes, you do. Can we buy you, we've seen something and we think it'd be perfect for you for Mother's Day. Can we buy it? And I'm like, oh, yeah. After I'm like, is it expensive? And they're like, no. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. But George, they've also, when we were up on holidays the other week, they used some of their money that I'd given them, and Georgia had earned for her masks because she sews her masks. I will be home next week on Wednesday, yes. This is kind of nice. I am actually looking forward to just taking some time. All right. So I think this is also metal here holding up his bone. So I'm going to go in with black on these ridges. Well, hopefully it's good news. I've got my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so we'll get all of my mental health care plan and stuff organised. See, the beauty of living in Australia. So there's a few. I'm very lucky. I work for the government as a teacher. Well, that's what I'm doing, Evelyn. I'm like, no, I'm taking time out because I was looking at other jobs. And I've got other jobs lined up if I wanted to, child services and things like that. There's places I could do. There's jobs available. But I get paid well for being a teacher. So in Australia, teachers actually get paid fairly well. I don't know if it's blood or stone. I'm not sure. Bone or stone. Might be. It could be stone. I don't know. But it kind of goes with the whole bone theme that it might be bone. I'm not sure. But I think it's bone. Yeah, I don't know. Because it's got some kind of like cutouts in here and some ridges. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to take some time. And yeah. And And like I was saying to Angie, and like I'm open about my mental health and my PTSD and all of that. I think it's important because I hate the stigma, and Ashley did that the other day too. Yeah, but is it a weapon shaft or is it like a magic shaft? I don't know. Could be stone. But hard bone, like if you've got bone that's hardened, like it's pretty tough, and it can be sharpened. So if you think in ivory and stuff like that, that can be sharp. It's very hard. So like tooth bone and tusk bone and stuff like that, the ivory, really, really hard. But even after my daughter died, so I've lost a child to SIDS. When she died, I went back to work after a couple of weeks. So, like, you know, I've always worked. It's always been my nature. But in Australia, we're lucky that we've got, you know, we have public health system. And part of the public health system is that you're entitled to a mental health care plan. So you can gain access to free mental health. But I'm also work for the government and part of a union, so I have access to healthcare through that too. And my superannuation has income insurance and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm very lucky that me taking some time is not going to affect my work life or my career, apart from, you know, I'm taking a step back for a bit. But it doesn't impact it super greatly, if that makes sense. Like I have the things in place that I can go, I need to have a break, so that instead of me crashing. And I'm lucky that our system allows that. Yeah. So this is cool grey 5, cold grey 6. What's 6? Oh, well, we'll use 6. I thought I was grabbing out 5, but we'll use 6. I'll just go in lightly. Yeah, the ivory, yeah, the tusks and stuff. Because it kind of looks like a big tooth, actually, like a dragon's tooth or something. So... Okay, so this is, I just had a look at Sarah's image, and this is metal too, this thingy jiggy here. So but yeah, so it was really good, Ashley's thing. And I've got some videos on my channel about, you know, my mantra of be strong, be kind, be strong, be a warrior and stuff, and some different things. And the stigma around mental health needs to go. Like if I ring up and I've got anxiety and I can't go to work, I say I'm having anxiety. I don't pretend that I've got like a headache or anything. I'm like, no, I've got anxiety. I'm going to say it. And like my boss is like, I will just say you're not feeling well. I said, no, you can tell them that I've got anxiety and that I need to step away from my mental health. I said, I'm not ashamed of that. I said, tell them. Thank you, Evelyn. Okay, no worries, Evelyn. Oh, geez, it's nearly time. Okay, I didn't realise what the time was. So I'm going to probably go too, actually. Because Heather will be on soon. I don't like to go over her. So I will definitely be going myself. Thank you, everyone. I didn't even realise what the time was. I was just having a good old chat with everyone. But I think we've pretty much covered all of the things that I've done anyway. But I'll probably pick another image for next week. Thingy jiggy, that's a good But this is where we got to. We coloured some of his bones and his man skirt and his shaft. So See, this problem. Conversation. I get chatting and I'm like, I don't go on much. All right. But I do appreciate. Thank you for coming in. It was nice to chat to everyone. Casper's like looking at me like, oh, I'm on the couch outside. He's like looking happy. But thank you. No, it's all right, Angie. Yeah, I just don't like because I've got another Australian streamer, Heather. She streams about 9:30, and I certainly don't like to go at hers. All right, happy Mother's Day to everyone, whether you are a fur baby mother or a daughter or whatever it may be. And hope you all have a nice day tomorrow. And for those that are going into Mother's Day, and for us in Australia, yay! Hopefully people are making. I'm so glad, Azra. That is excellent. I'm glad it is. It's good for me right now too. The streams help me a lot as well. All right, guys. Don't forget Mariola May in a couple of weeks, and I think that's about it. There'll probably be some more videos for me because I'll be sitting at home and I'll be bored. So expect that too. All right. Love yous all. Have a good day. Bye.